personal bag.
Program is not just like a tag that you are looking for yourself. I would say it's kind of a journey that everyone is looking like. What you can see the reminder agent. It will send a reminder to that candidate.
Thank you so much, Akhil. And yeah, here comes the UiPath agents are running here. So in the background, there at the upstream process, UiPath agents are used to do the screening, the pre-screening, and then fill up this custom application that we created. So it's a combination of low-code UiPath agents and coded agents that provides the multimodality that you'll see here. Based on the natural language job description. So the UiPath agent output will show the candidate that matches the profile that is in here.
First part we kept on recording because we can't show everything in the one session. So first screening part is the recording, and the second part we thought of like giving like an interactive session. So it's a live demo for that.
Wait for the demo cards. Work later. So this is just the screening part, and just preparing the top 10 candidates, and then this can be initiated manually, ad hoc, or this can also be as a batch. So because this is the pre-screening multimodal voice agent. You can see the candidate is talking to the agent. And this is outbound call, right? So this view is for the HR, but the candidate is receiving it via SIP or trunk outbound call.
Yes, I do have a RN license in Los Angeles.
Thank you for confirming. Since Los Angeles is in California, that's not part of the nurse licensure compact space. We typically look for licenses in Wisconsin or compact space, but I'll definitely check on the licensing requirements for this position and get back to you. Now, tell me about your critical care experience. How many years have you worked in ICU or critical care settings?
I do have 5 years of experience in ICU and
One thing to keep in mind again, this is not pre-scripted, so this is all based on the context of the job description and the filters that we put in.
CRN or TNCC?
no, I don't have CCRN, but I do have TNCC.
That's great to see. TNCC is definitely valuable. Next, let's talk about equipment. What's your experience with ICU equipment? Are you comfortable with arterial lines, ventilators, and small gas catheters?
Yeah, for the equipments, I do have experience in ventilators and arterial lines, and also for these pancreas.
That's perfect. You'll feel right at home now. How about vasoactive drips?
So although it may seem a bit friendly, so because that's how it's prompted, all of the answers or feedback are getting processed back end in the UiPath queue. So it doesn't mean that even if the AI is friendly, like if you're interacting with a human, it doesn't mean that you get the job, right? It's still data driven and very objective decision making.
That's still great experience. And we can always provide orientation on any drips you're less familiar with. What EMR systems have you worked with? Have you used Epic, Cerner, or Meditech?
I'm comfortable with Epic and Meditech.
That's great. Being familiar with Epic and Meditech will definitely help you in transition. And what's your nursing education background? Do you have an ADN or a BSN?
I do have a education background with BSN.
So let's just jump over a little bit. So we can go to the next may down to 10 and then outbound call to the 10. Actual interview schedule.
Also we do
Vince, we will do the live demo. So
Hi
Hi, Russell. Nice to meet you too. Let's get started, shall we? I'll be asking you some technical
Are you
questions
trying to
related
sound
the
like human?
automation
That's not very natural.
I appreciate the feedback, Russell. My goal is to keep things conversational but focused. Let's move forward with the interview. So, to kick things off, can you describe your experience designing and implementing automation frameworks? What technologies, languages, or tools have you found most effective, and why?
Of course, UiPath. So it can take you just from day to week as compared to other coded frameworks. It can take you months to learn. So yeah, and this is good. Sorry, I have to go. I have an emergency, so I have to go. So sorry, I won't accept your job.
Emergencies happen. Thank you for letting me know. If you want to continue in the future, feel free to reach out. Take care and goodbye.
So just to highlight a few points in the background, like some of the coded agents that we have. This is like we use LangChain for some of the coded agents, and as you can see, you can deploy it in UiPath as well. And I think show you on the downstream dashboards. So this is one of the agent, right? So all of this is happening in the back end, and as the data are being gathered, right? So there are compensation research agent that runs consuming the UiPath queue that is here. Let me just show you a bit, just so you know that I'm not just making stuff up here.
So screening interview, right? So it will impact the score if you are skipping it or if you are leaving the interview. It is going to impact the score, which will reflect at the end on the dashboard. So
yep. So the background, and it will have it will be consolidated in a dashboard like this, and it can be any type of dashboard in Power BI or anything. But this is the easiest bit. So you have the overall interview result, fast, field, the candidates, the metrics in communications, leadership, problem solving, technical, compensation. As I said, market market conditions for the particular job, and the feedback. All those are incorporated and being consolidated by the research agent, and then ranking and the job role. And yeah.
as you mentioned, we utilize like the current job like current job market, like based on that particular position, what is the current offer, like what is the, based on the location, what is the compensation we should be offering to the candidate. So everything we added that into context grounding of the agent information. So based on that, it will just give us this final score, if you can see this. So these are the like top 3 candidates out of like top 10 we interviewed, and this is the compensation that we should be offering. So after that, it would be like a HR's job to take it from and like negotiate with the candidate. So that's how we designed the overall process from start.
I think this is biased. I shouldn't be here.
Okay.
So yeah, I think we have 5 minutes for questions.
First of all, that's really cool. I just want to ask, like, besides qualifications,
But even if you have more experience and you are not able to answer the remaining other question, or maybe your other person's answers are much better than yours, so the agent will calculate towards that to the score. So,
I had a couple of questions around the use case, like building a set of guardrails or some kind of safeguards when you're designing these agents. When you were giving the live interview, I noticed that when you said Cubotica, it read it as Q something, right? And I'm thinking back to how it factors into these metrics and this final score, right? Is it going to take that Q, whatever that it read it as, compared against your resume and say, hey, wait a minute, it says that you work at Cubotica, but you said you work at Cube something else. So is that inherently going to reduce your score at the end?
So I would say it's more like contextual, right? Just like how you would do auto-correction. It won't use that as face value, but it will get the whole context of the conversation and also the metadata coming from the database. Hey, this is Cubotica, QBody, That's fine. I mean, it's just
I mean, it
that's
will extend to the technical side as well, right? Like, so
Yeah.
if I'm saying that I have experience in Python and I'm listing
Yeah.
off 3-4 libraries and it misreads those
Yeah.
libraries, is it quantitatively going to understand that, okay,
Yeah.
what I'm saying is in fact what you're looking for, or is that going to say
Yeah.
that this is not considered what is part of my list of requirements I need for the candidate?
Yeah, contextually, yes. I think it will really hurt the score, right? And you can also play with the conversion of the speech to text and text to speech map. You can customize it, right? You can use real-time OpenAI Gemini model or create an STT pipeline with LLM in between. You can play with it, right? And the guardrails, you can also set the guardrails that you use for the agents in UiPath Agent Builder, so that you can capture all these nuances. So to answer your question, no, I don't think it will impact much. If it's just
one final follow-up.
Yeah, sure.
So when you're working with like Gen AI models and you're trying to get like a deterministic outcome at the end, right?
Yeah.
With the score. How are you accounting for, or are you building metrics and safeguards on your end to validate that, hey, every single time somebody interviews, it's going to give you the same deterministic outcome. You know, like you have people from like various backgrounds who can have various accents. You can have various issues with the call, right? You can have a lot of background noise, which will interfere with how the model, translates the speech, right? How is that? Is there like some kind of safeguards you're building there, or does the model or the agent itself have safeguards that says, hey, if it's below a certain score of like 5, you're going to prompt it for a manual interview with like a live human?
Yeah, that's a really packed and great question. What I would say is definitely that's top of mind, something that you would need to have, especially when implementing in production, right? Good thing with UiPath is that's something that you can do so easily when you're building agents, and not within the agent, but there are some libraries or SDK that you can use to implement those guardrails using coded agents, right? Again, benefit of using UiPath is already native, and probably just like how we showed, downstream are UiPath agents, the middle are coded agents, upstream is UiPath agents. So if you notice, we have sandwiched in between UiPath agents so that we can easily set the guardrails on both sides.
Hi. As I was watching the presentation, I was very impressed. I just saw like maybe potential possibility where candidates can kind of game the system.
Yeah.
Like I bring fake friends with real valid IDs and fake resumes, trying to test the bot out, and eventually the final candidate who really wants this job kind of use those data as a reference to participate in this game. And at the end, I was wondering how Cubotica is preventing like people to use AI to answer the questions against the AI because it's remote interview. Just wanted to hear your thoughts.
Yeah,
Thank
absolutely. And I think there are already tools out there that does those pre-interview checks, right? So if you can see on the demo earlier, although after the verification, there's still a video, but it's not open. So that is to make sure that the same one who did the verification is still the same one that's in there. And then, of course, if you have friends beside that coaches you, that will still be captured by the agent. And although it may not say that, hey, there are voices out there, it should continuously log it in the back end and may impact your score, right? And with regards to the, if you're using tools in your computer that helps you with the AI answer, I think those are the tools we can integrate easily through UiPath or coded agents as well to make sure that all. So if you're doing tests with the person, right? I think there's those type of stuff that you can implement so that only that one is open and nothing else. So yeah, I think that's all we have. Thank you so much for your questions, and if you have any more questions, we're happy to answer.